So Nike's on-air collection was finally released to the public. Is this Seoul pair the best of the bunch? Let's take a look. What's going on, guys? You're watching Sneaker News on YouTube, and today we're taking a closer look at one of the 6 shoes from the Nike On-Air collection. Before we get into the design and the details, just do us a quick favor, hit that subscribe button, and at the end of the video, if you like what you saw, just give us a thumbs up. So moving on, as you guys know, April 13th was the big day for the Nike On-Air releases. Air Max Day in general in 2019 was a little more broad than what we're used to. Typically, every year there's that one shoe that sort of highlights the entire Air Max Day festivities, but Nike's doing a pretty interesting move. They're trying to spread it out a little more and make Air Max Day more like an Air Max month, and pretty much it's going to be Air Max year, who knows. But the On-Air collection was definitely the highlight of this year's drops, and it was the result of probably one of the most immersive campaigns Nike Sportswear has ever done. It was very inclusive. Before we get into design, we'll just quickly discuss what Nike On-Air was. So basically, in 2018, as part of the Air Max Day festivities, Nike opened up registration for design sessions in 6 cities: New York City, Paris, London, Tokyo, Shanghai, and Seoul, Korea. Basically what it consisted of was whoever got the registration, they got to submit a design, they got to pick an Air Max shoe that they wanted to design, of course. They had to add some sort of design concept to the shoe inspired by the home city, but also from their personal life. From each of those 6 cities, Nike actually chose the 3 best from each city, and then the public voted on which was the best one of each 3. If you do the quick math, that's 6 different shoes. Now this Air Max 97 was the one that came out from Seoul. It was designed by a guy named Gwang. This particular design is probably the most straightforward, and we have to say the simplest of all 6 of the On-Air collection. Simply put, it's just an Air Max 97 with an enlarged swoosh on the upper, something that we've not really seen too much. And the color concept was inspired by the nightlife of Seoul. Basically, it's, the black represents the night, and all the neon colors represent all the neon signage that's pretty rampant in the streets of Seoul. And if you've ever been in Seoul or hung out in Korea, the nightlife scene is pretty epic. There's nightclubs, there's a whole lot of bars. Basically, there are a lot of bright lights to attract young people to get in and drink and party and all that kind of stuff. And even the choice of the colors is a nod to the Korean flag as well. So there's definitely that double layer story to that. So again, just quickly going back to On-Air, after the voting was done in April, Nike actually unveiled the samples for the first time in July. And fast forward to April 13th, the shoes finally released. And before the actual global release on the 13th, Nike did limited edition regional drops for all 6 shoes. So these are originally dropped in Korea first at a special event in Nike Korea, and of course they followed up with the global release on the 13th. So we got our hands on a pair of the Souls. These are pretty dope in person, and when the shoes were first revealed, the Seoul pair was actually kind of like the front runner for the best of the pack, really. People seem to be really into this design most of all. I mean, the 97 is an insanely popular silhouette, still is today, and the fact that they have an oversized swoosh, at that time the whole oversized swoosh thing was sort of the big thing. But the funny thing is that in the year, a lot of things changed. Trends changed, favorites changed. The Air Max 98 was like the hottest shoe of the first half of 2018, and right now it's definitely cooled off. The 97 for sure is still going on full steam. So like we said, when the shoes were first revealed, these seemed to be the front runner for the best of the pack, and then that Shanghai pair seemed to really resonate with sneaker collectors because there was definitely more of an artful sort of concept towards it. But going back to this design, like we said, it's a nod to the nightlife. You can definitely see that in the racing stripes on the upper of the 97, as well as in the exterior of this oversized swoosh, which is overlaid above the racing tracks. And the small swoosh that's typically in this small window area is gone. It's still here on the medial side. So this is what it would look like if they just went with a simple small swoosh. But the big swoosh was definitely a good call because it definitely separates these from the rest. Of course, he added the sole on the tongue, again traced out in a type that looks like it's a neon sign. And on the right shoe, it's more of a simple, straightforward swoosh logo. Not only is it a nod to the nightlife, but the Korean flag, it's white and black, so you have that white and black two-tone right there. The yin-yang logo at the middle of the Korean flag, it's more of like a red and blue, so these are more of neon pink, red. This is more of a neon blue, so again, it's still kind of a more of an energetic nod to the Korean flag. Super straightforward design. Got the 97 with the oversized swoosh. Definitely a nice contrast in materials if you're into that. If you're Korean and you're into collecting, Nike shoes inspired by Korea. We know that there aren't too many of them. There's the Air Jordan 3 Korea that dropped last year, and going back to 2006, there's the Air Force One from the World Cup packs. Korean sneakerheads finally getting some love, so glad that these came out. Coming with the box was a postcard, and this one right here, again with the neon signs. You see the Korean flag up top, and you have all these other neon signs, and it says Seoul in Korean characters. And on the other side of the postcard, it's a message from the guy who designed it, Gwang. All the other On Air boxes come with this very snazzy black Nike On Air shoebox. So that's pretty much it. That's a straightforward overview of the Air Max 97 On Air, designed by Gwang for Seoul. Definitely one of the best of the pack. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna have more unboxings of the entire On Air pack coming for you soon. Again, before you leave, just do us a quick favor, hit that subscribe button. Let us know in the comments if you cop these on the release date, and we'll catch you in the next video.